This summer, witness tragedy. Witness greatness. Witness Kitty Kong in a role of a lifetime. Chunky Kong is dead. But we can't figure out who did it. Can you?
Yeah, well, I guess that's like my whole job or whatever.
Summer of DK and Banjo 2025. Only on the Catnip channel.
Hola! It's me, Catnip the Explorer. Are you ready? Aye, aye, Catnip. I can't hear you. Ooh. Welcome back. Who parties under the sea and lives under a pineapple? Who lives under a big sea? Who lives there? And now you gonna see. I'm a black woman from the hood of Chicago. When I say that this song moves my spirit, I cry every time I hear it. This is such a beautiful song. I don't care who wrote it. Music brings people together. Thank God for music in all forms. This song, though, this song, like, I get video game music moving you to tears, but this song, oh no. I think it's moving. Oh shit, I almost dropped my food. Moving me to tears. Fight it. Fight it. Catnip, fight it. Got an emotional hook that resonates. Oh shit. Is it actually just the song? Love this song. Your internet fucked up? Aw. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, he said okay, and then it was like, all right. Remix? Classic Silver Gunner. Yeah, what you got? What you got? What you got? Colonel. Do you know what this means? Do you know what a Specchio is, Colonel? Colonel, can you copy me? Colonel? Colonel! Why didn't my chat thing work? So there was a clip from X-Play back on G4 Tech TV days, early 2000s. Maybe seen it before. Okay, what's the clip? Dude, why is it just looping the same 5 songs? Cannon. How patient are you? What a happy fucking song. It's from Mario Galaxy, I want to say. There was a clip from X Play. There was a clip from X Play. There was a clip from X Play. How do I have double the cheese? But oh fuck! Oh damn! Did you know that Lunette from the Big Comfy Couch is the voice of Claire Redfield in Resident Evil 2? I'm not even joking. There's your fun fact of the day. All right, we got the ultimate sandwich here. They shafted me on giving me an extra piece of meat, so we've made our own Lunchable Big Mac. Dude, can I ask a noob streamer question before you start? Yeah. What do you got? This is why we yap. Oh, you have the clip? Let's see. It's like whole thing. So long. Or is it like a specific part? Am I using a plugin? I preset a bunch of filtery shit. So like this one. So like on my microphone, on my filters, it makes like, I have like a list of shit. So when I have like the thing like this, or the delay,
Or if I want to pitch up my voice.
this one does like the text to speech thing. This one makes me crazy. This one's from when I have to crank it. And then other stuff's like noise gates and suppressors and limiters and shit. You can set it up if you have like a Stream Deck thing. Or even you can do shortcuts. I have a few shortcuts set up too on my keyboard, so I can like switch them quickly. But nowadays, I mostly just do it by clicking. Penis! But yeah.
Pokemon is little more than a memory now, pushed aside by better, stronger card games. But I'm interested in the victims. Meet Billy. Billy was caught off in the catch-em-all fever, but he was left behind when fickle American consumers moved on. Billy, you love Pokemon.
It's the greatest game in the world. You have to bat.
Shh. What is it like being a grotesque social outcast?
Wow.
Grotesque.
You know, a human freak show.
I guess it's having no one else to play with. I mean, sometimes I play with myself, but it's just not the same.
Have you ever been with a woman, caressing her skin with your fingers, slowly kissing her as she giggles?
Joke's on you, Adam. That woman fucking think Pokemon is hot. Bro, this is the one thing that actually pisses me off about like growing up when I did. Like all the nerdy shit was like nerdy shit. And if you like nerdy shit, you weren't cool. Now it's like, oh, you like D&D? Like, let me suck your dick. It's like, bro, what the fuck do you mean?
Softly pushing the material of her shirt up higher and higher towards her head, revealing her plunging neckline. She move in for one final. You ever done that?
Sometimes when I get scared,
You can find
I
VSTs
like
online.
Pretend I'm Billy Chew.
What does Billy Chew sound like?
Sorry, just random aside to help Green Lantern. You can Google like OBS filters, like reverb and echo, and like there's like ones people have made, and you put them in like your folder, a specific folder in your OBS folder, and you essentially they just automatically will work like in that look at that menu I showed you, the little dots.
Billy Chew. Billy Chew.
As I spent more time with Billy, I started to understand his pain.
For real though, right?
What is it like
The one thing that actually pisses me off is hearing about all these like women who grew up being like, oh no, I actually loved all these like nerdy things, but I could never admit it to guys because guys were just like so toxic and dickish and shit. And I was like, bro, that like broke my heart to hear. Not like in the bullying way, but like in the like the two sides could have came together. Like, I know I was bad about being a fucking dick or whatever, so I'm to blame too. But I'm like, damn. You mean there was other people playing like FF7 and Sonic and all this other shit?
be a turn-based man in a real-time
That wasn't
world?
just dudes?
Learning more about his obsession was the only way to help me.
Like logically, yeah, it
help
makes sense,
him.
but
Basic Pokemon. Your evolutionary Pokemon. This unless the play or nasal against your Bayleaf, which is a leaf. And then you'll have your EX means I gain your basic Pokemon.
Shut up! They're f***ing cards! They're cards! These are real! This is nothing! It's a bunch of cards for children! Oh! Look, the game's not for children. It's just really stupid.
this video is just trauma. There's just like, it's really, yeah, that's how it was. Yeah.
Okay, it's lame.
Okay, yo, okay. That is so true, real Jedi. Because I'm kind of like how I am now for the most part. Like I was obviously like, you're a teenager. I was way more of a dick. Like I'm a dick now. Like, you know what I mean? I can be dickish and shit. But like I was like I thought I'd probably like smack myself nowadays. You know what I mean? But I mean it's kind of like part of being a teenager. But that's basic as shit. But no, we're gonna watch it. Don't worry. This was just all part of it. But I remember so many friends would tell me like either near the end of high school or after high school, because they'd notice that like I didn't really care about what games people played. Yeah, we're watching an X-Play skit. It's about like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card and like how people are toxic. And I was just talking about how like people used to get bullied so hard for being a nerd, which is like everyone knows this now. So this isn't like a new hot take or anything. But it's just like whenever I see stuff like this, because like this is just showing that like people used to get bullied for like liking nerdy shit. When like nowadays it's like, oh my god, you're like, it's like Big Bang Theory. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's very fascinating. I think a lot of it has to do with just like the nerdy people had kids, and then the nerdy people like showed the kids their things. So like no matter the popularity demographic, they like were exposed to the nerdy shit, if that makes sense. Right? And then just like, how ubiquitous technology and all that shit just became with life. Like everyone having a phone, everyone having, you know, this and that. So like the lines blurred way more than before, where it was like, you spent $500 on a fucking PS3. Oh my god, you're such a loser. Versus like, oh yeah, you play Fortnite on your phone. Oh, for real, my buddy and I had Gen 1 used to trade in our English class on the group table because we got torn apart. Yeah, alright. No, you couldn't bring your Game Boy to school because it'd get stolen or fucked up or whatever. But then I never thought about it that way. We're like, were they stealing it so that they could play it? Which is like, that makes a lot of sense. I used to have so many Game Boys stolen and stuff. Like I just wasn't allowed to bring them to school after a while, which makes sense. Yeah, everyone just acts like it's. Yeah, there's different tiers to it. That was one thing that always kind of bugged me. Like even when I was like nerdy, because I liked hip hop, it was sort of like, wow, you like hip hop, and you're not like I'm not like a super genius guy. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say I'm like dumb or anything. I wouldn't say I'm like, you know what I mean, like fucking scoring 100 on a test or something. So it's just like I couldn't really fit in with like the nerds because they thought I wasn't like nerdy enough. You know, because they'd always like try and like test me. You know what I mean? Being like, oh, are you actually a nerd? And it's like, bro, how? Like anyone who's watching my stream, you'd be like, yeah, this guy knows his shit. But like, it's funny, like Because like, yeah. So I was never like cool enough or nerdy enough for the nerds. But then I was too nerdy to chill with like the regular people. So I always kind of could just chill with the people who kind of like were kind of like me, I guess, who kind of fit into both. Were like they had sort of like nerdy interests or interests beyond just like the normal shit. Yeah. If that makes sense. But that's like such a small like Venn diagram of people who are like that. Or just those who are more open-minded. Going to an art school is a bit different because people are a bit more open-minded. But even that, I still got lambasted so many times for liking nerdy shit. Oh my god. Nerds were metal. Yeah, no, it's funny how like nerds became the elitists that they hated. I always thought that was so fascinating. Because like obviously they became like this because they got bullied and blah blah blah. But then it's like, don't become the thing. Like I was bad for that too. Like I said, this wasn't like I'm the guy. Don't think I'm like I was a hypocrite. 'Cause I was the same bully that I tried to hate and everything. Game Boy Color, Pokemon Gold was stolen. Yeah. But on the power flickers, yeah, so kids, I would slide your power button off. Oh, I actually never had that. That's diabolical, Real Jedi. I'm glad I didn't know that as a kid, because I probably would have done that to people. Just dragged you to a T. Bullies are at school. What? That's parents. That only listen to video game music. Yo, that happened to me so much. Oh my god. And it would like even like in my professional life, I've used video game music before. And usually I don't tell people it's video game music and they're like, oh, it's so good. And then when you tell them it's video game music, they're like, oh, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. So many times I just didn't tell people it was video game music and they're like, wow, this is a really good song. Like, who's the composer? And I'd just say like the composer's name. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, oh, it's from this video game. I'd be like, oh, it's Mitsuru, you know, or just it's not Nobuo Uematsu, you know? Describe yourself as a sponge. Like I could just blend into just about every group. Yeah, I did that a lot. I definitely floated group to group. I have definitely like some core friends, but I didn't really have like a big friend circle, if that made sense. But I like to think the friends I had were like pretty loyal because we stuck it out, you know. Remember when I was a kid in middle school and you like douchebag bully Borderland 2 and you never gave you back your fucking game? That's I had to fucking. He's also a narcissist and he was Vietnamese like me, so he taught you to be less trustful of people. But sometimes you have to learn those lessons, as harsh as that sounds. Like you experience that kind of situation, then you're like, alright. I shouldn't do that. I used to let so many games out. I honestly, for some people I did have to kind of hunt it down and it kind of sucked. But like 90%, usually because usually people asking me to like borrow a game was like a fellow nerd. You know what I mean? So like there's sort of that nerd code of honor of like, you're not going to steal from another nerd or something. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? There's sort of that like, you know, like if I borrow a game, then I'll borrow your game and like we're not going to like steal from each other. You know what I mean? Kind of like a, although I always try to do like that where it was like a trade for a trade. Although I won't forget getting, this was my own fault though, but I traded a holographic like gold copy of Majora's Mask for Rugrats in Paris. It wasn't even a scam. I just,
it's for retarded children.
What? Of all the spots I had to pause at, by the way. That's how you know this video's from 20 years ago. You know what? Accurate to fucking high school days, though. Damn.
I had earned
or middle school days.
And I suspected with just a little bit of help,
damn,
Billy could live a normal life again.
Do you have any friends, Billy?
Well, of course. There's Squirtle.
Oh, is that what you just did in your pants?
And Charmander and Pikachu.
Ones that aren't Pokemon.
He is being unbelievably savage. He's gonna make this kid fucking jump off a building and burn all his Pokemon cards. And then it's gonna be like, oh, Charizard, first edition, worth $10 bajillion. Hope you saved your cards and you didn't burn them in a fire and kill yourself. And Adam Sessler's gonna be sitting there like,
oh, there's Mai and Ash and Misty.
Ones that aren't characters from the show.
And
over the age
yeah, same pun, same.
And not your mom.
Oh, there's this homeless man who pays me $1. Touches me in my bathing suit area.
Yeah, exactly, B, right? It's like, bruh.
For $5?
What?
Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding, Billy. You know, the producers and I got together and we found a group of Pokemon players for you to play with.
Really? Right over there.
Oh, boy!
Dumb bitches! I'm all in, son! Yeah!
You guys play Pokemon?
Pokemon? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Town, mother.
Bro.
Sounds good, Holmes. Yeah.
You know, the best part of this job is helping a man feel good about himself. Well, my work here is done. Be sure you tune in to the next Sensitive Sass. We're taking a man with a fear of nerds to Gen Con Anaheim.
That's this was honestly a fascinating look back into it's like a time capsule of like what humor used to be and shit. And it's like, huh. Things really have changed, haven't they? You hate normal people, they're like way shittier and crueler than weird people. I think as weird people get exposed to so much shit, so they become like more like sensitive. Not sensitive, but like more like open-minded. Because they themselves have been subjected to so much shit. But it's not like we're like not normal people though. I mean, unless you have like some kind of like legitimate thing that makes you not normal, but I don't even want to say not normal because that sounds bad, but so I'm clicking too much shit. But I know what you mean by normal. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Alright, so let's get into our game. We're not weird or weird creepy. Yeah, I was gonna say there's so many tiers to all this. And like I said, I know what you meant by all that. Like there wasn't any miscommunication. Alright. A game.
Mario.
A sequel. An experience like no other. Sunsoft. The cat. Alright, so we got Chameleon Twist 2. The chameleon looks like a chameleon now. So the card shop, you used to go out all the time, you're literally getting people beating up or anything, but it's just like two different groups of card players the same week. Like that, one character getting bullied by the magic players, just fucking being relentless. I know what you mean, I know what you mean, yeah. Can't have nice things. When we said whatever back then, we didn't use to make fun of mentally deficient people or gay people. No, yeah, exactly. I know on Twitch they get a little sensitive about using that word. So we try not to say it here. You know what I mean? But I know you're using it as an example, talking about it. Whatever, I don't trust Twitch. But anyways, welcome, Chameleon Twist 2. We are here, high voltage screaming action. I just noticed that like Metal Gear Solid fucking subtitle they got there. Chameleon Twist 2. Press start. And the default to stereo. Why is it just staring at me, dude? Kind of expensive. I guess we'll do trading to see what's changed. Oh, I don't have my thing up. Whoops. Am I a spaceman? Oh no, I'm like a baseball. And this game's actually like good. Now the first one was actually good too. Alright, let's see what we got. We got the training. Oh, the bunny's back. Moon training room 1. This is where you practice your quick movement technique. Press B button to shoot out your tongue. Grasp the stand on the left and do a quick movement. You pull yourself in close to the stand. Press A button to jump on it. Do this process to reach the finish line on the far right. We only the jumping quick method of movement at the end. Oh, it's so much faster now. Holy shit. Oh no, tongue your asshole. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. So close. Come on. No. We're not a weird robot this time. They're like, maybe we should make the— yeah! Made the chameleon look like a chameleon. Perfect. I definitely remember playing this one more. Oh, they made it so much better. Oh my god. Yeah, they made it like an actual, like, playable video game this time. I mean, the first one was fine, but... Yeah, I just gotta get used to, like, the timing on that. It's a little different. Oh, sick. Shit, I didn't press A. Did different enough to get that sued by Disney because he's on the flying carpet. You already did that. I'm late. Oh, so this one you can, like, stick to walls. That's sick. Okay, that's super sick. I feel more like Yoshi in this game than I did in the first game. Shit. Stop, Charlie. Chameleon needs to lick his own asshole. Can he change color at all? In the first game, we just got to, like, choose our color. So we'll see what it does for this one. Just read about the White Rabbit, but never mind. The White Rabbit in the wrong franchise? I know exactly what you're talking about, Billy. You think I need context to know that you're talking about Alice in Wonderland? The very obvious... The one that literally said, I'm late for a very important date. In the first game. And Disney can't sue them for that if it's from the book. They can only sue if they did, like... Alice, basically. Like the version they did. So AZ... Oh, I have like a parachute? What the fuck? It's a good thing we did the tutorial. They actually added like moves. Yo, that's sick. Okay. I remember renting this, but I have no memory of playing it. I remember renting this game. 1 and 2 I used to rent a lot, but I think 2 I played more. This looks more familiar to me than 1 did. The fuck's that meter? Also, this guy, the rabbit reminds me more of the dude from Diddy Kong Racing. This is for you. We do parasol training. Jump down and press Z button to open your parasol. Grab all the balloons on your way down. Each balloon adds 5 seconds of your time, so make sure you grab them all. Balloons on your way with your tongue too. Gross. You rented Chameleon Twist 1. I remember the basics, like looking not the basic ass looking not chameleon. I don't know why I read basic ass so weird. My brain didn't understand. But no, yeah, even the lore reason didn't even really make sense. You go through a portal and then you're just that. I guess they were trying to get like experimental or something. You know, because Sonic doesn't really look like a hedgehog kind of thing. Okay, was it like fall damage? Racist imagery of the Indian sounding elephant and a turban riding Magikarp in Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah. Who they make slightly less racist in the DS version. So other Wonderland references in this game. No, I think they just needed like some type of like tutorial something. And they just kind of settled, instead of like Omo Chow or something, they just settled on a white rabbit on a carpet. They probably did the carpet so that they could make him like do shit without animating him. It's like he has 0 animations. He's just sitting there like staring at us with like half an eyelid that's kind of like stuck into his eye. It must be in constant pain. Welcome to the quick rotation training room. Use quick rotation to make your way through the iron bars and the right to the finish line. Don't fall. First off, right your vertical rotation. Press the B button to shoot out your tongue and wrap it around the bars. Pressing the A button simultaneously, press the control stick up while pressing the A button to do a high level rotation. Or down to do a low level rotation. Then you practice horizontal rotation, show your tongue and just wrap it around the stakes. Pressing A. Could they not have spaced these out? The A button to press the control stick left to rotate or right on the rotate to right. The signs already do all the fucking work. Can we be real? Oh, they made it like way better. Oh, that's way sicker. And I just like, oh. That's surprising. Rare would have had Indian sounding elephant characters in studios based in the UK. Isn't there a lot of like racism in the UK? A lot of Indian people who settled there, which is why curry's kind of a popular dish over in the UK. Your tongue goes way further than the first game. Yeah, this one's balls tough though. How the fuck? Wait, can I just like... I was like, maybe I could just like stand on it? To be fair to Rare, racist characters were kind of in at the time. When you got shit like... Oh, I can do it up and down. I forget about that. Oh, yeah, I can like... Oh, no, it looks like I go up, but I'm not actually going up. I do it like that. And then... The classic. Bring it around town. Funny enough, I got my video blocked playing that clip last time. It made me laugh. Like that's what they come after me for? It was an easy fix. It was just funny. What YouTube will be like, bro, you fucking showed SpongeBob, you piece of shit. Alright, let's do this for real. File 1. He's a very cunning linguist. Kinda linguist. Alright, let's do it. Oh shit! Okay, we got Davey. We got Jack. We got Fred. Still high as fuck. We got Linda. Who the? Alright, chat. Who do we want? You get to vote again. That's half the fun. You get to vote. Which Chameleon? Davey. It's like a pink purple. Alright, vote! Which Chameleon do you want? Vote now in the chat. I'll go through them slowly so you can see them. Or at least I didn't know that. There's like 20 copies going around town. I have nothing to do with that, Kuja, like where you source the clip from. It's the like the detection bots that basically go, oh, you're playing that clip. Therefore, the copyright holder is determined that like anyone playing SpongeBob has to have a license. And you don't have the license for SpongeBob. So we're like your video can't be played because of that. But then they have a thing where it's like you can trim out the section. And it takes like a minute for it to do it. Damn, Linda's getting crazy votes right now. Vote in the chat right now. Jack's got 1 vote, the blue one. Linda, the pink one's got 18. That's just how it kind of is in the world. So can we shut up this song right now? Alright, last chance. I think we know who's gonna win here. With 27 votes. Last chance if someone's gonna go crazy, but it looks like Linda, Green Lantern fan, throwing down 2,600 channel points. Holy fuck. I want to see how many channel points was spent. Let's go. Let's go. Punch in here to ruin your life. Let's go. This is Punch fault. And so we can always remember this. Mario Paint. You'll see that quote one day and be like, what the fuck? Dude, Linda's gonna eat some ass. Catch the Rumble Pack? I don't have one. I only have the memory card. The weather's beautiful again today. Oh, look at us. We're in our chameleon forms. Oh, we're vibing out. Whee! Are we like on a chameleon date? It's like a regular date, but you know. Huh? What's up? That's... Oh no! Oh god! Not that son of a bitch. Whatever! Oh shit! Just yeeted my ass to the goddamn moon. Looks like you come to another strange world. And this time, you actually kind of look like yourself. No portal this time. That's all the plot you need. Oh, I got an umbrella up my ass. All right. Nobody question the umbrella up my ass. You ever tongue yourself? Actually, don't answer that, chat. I love how they improved the tongue, though. It's so much better. That must be why I liked it more as a kid. Long time no see, come in and have some fun. This time your tongue's been powered up. Practice your tongue, play a training game. No. It's like, alright then, fuck you. Don't call me. Oh, yeah, this is like, the first game wasn't bad by any means. It was a little bit slow. This is like perfect. This is exactly what I wanted from the first game. It's like a fusion of Kirby and Mario and Bomberman and Goemon, and it's cool. Whoa, whoa, why did I jump? Yeah, music's way more Sonic-y, yeah. Camera seems like it's locked. Like, I can't really, like, turn it this time. I remember thinking this game looked like a GameCube game when I was a kid. The GameCube had, like, just came out, or was it? No, this game came out in 1999. Also, by the way, you can't put 1999 in your title. I guess the Day of Lavos is way too fucking scary for Twitch. But yeah, you can't put 1999 in your title. I just wanted to put the year this game came out. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh, I see. This game's also just as nice as the first game, which is honestly very forward-thinking, where there's no lives. And you pretty much just continue from your last, like, room you entered. And it's just kind of a chill time. Oh, I couldn't jump. It's very ahead of its time. Even the first game had that, where it's like, huh. Oh, are you saying what to me thinking it looked like a GameCube game? This looks pretty good. Probably one of the better N64 games, graphically. Oh, you're saying the 1999? Yeah, you can't. You try to put that party like it's 1999. Prince will come back from the grave to haunt your ass. I'm just getting the fuck out of there. We're not really worrying about 100%. Also, we need to play Klonoa 2. I've never actually played that game. And I own it on, I say we. I own it on PC and Switch. I wonder if it's better on Switch 2 now. That's the fun part about owning a Switch 2 is like, will the game run better or is it gonna run way worse? Whoa! So this like slot machine thing we have, it like makes us have a like now have a big head. Like what? Let's add a little RNG to the game. Party like it's 1998. So just a regular year. No, party like Pokemon just came out, which as we've established is for Giga losers. Are the games that run worse on Switch 2? Yes. Some of the backwards compatible things. So how it does it. It seems like some of the Pikmin games literally like crash and break and screen tear and shit. In general, most games have way better load times or like just run better overall, like even without patches. But there's some just because of how they program shit where they actually run worse. Surprisingly. The level design's a bit different, where the first game was more like Kirby, where they had a lot of like, oh, do I have to kill these birds? Oh, I see. They had a lot of, you know, they went more for like single rooms and you kind of went between the rooms. This one has gone more for the like big expansive like Bomberman kind of thing. Like Bomberman Hero 64, where it's like big ass room. Actually, not 64. 64 is a bit more boxy. But Hero goes for the like, here's the big ass space. A lot more. But with like a camera. But you kind of want some of these. So is there like any collectibles in this game? I can't tell. Like if there, you know, in the first game there was like the obvious like score system thing or whatever. But in this one I can't tell if there's like, if there's the coins. Well, I guess we'll find out. It's also possible that a lot of the Switch 2 games that were broken now run better. I think the Gex Trilogy remake that came out was taken off Switch 2 for a bit. But I think it's back now at this point. I must go now. My planet needs me. Oh. Run? The fuck does a carrot do? Carrot? Wait. Okay, so my tongue is mightier than... My tongue is mightier than the wind. And my jump is mightier than the wind. Kinda. In moments. Oh, you bitch, Linda. Yeah, that works. No, Linda, you bitch! Good thing Linda wasn't designed by Kojima, though. Am I right? Fuck! Honestly, I think what used to trick me a lot as a kid was the skyboxes. Like, seeing those clouds in the background made me be like, it looks like a GameCube game. I think I was comparing it to stuff like Super Smash Bros. Melee and like Monkey Ball and stuff. Like if you look at Monkey Ball, this isn't that much different. Oh, you can't. Also, there's no like mid-level save thing anymore. But I wonder if it just auto saves or what it does now. Or if it's just more punishing now. Like dying actually matters now. Go, 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 go. Damn, I don't even need the pulls. I don't even need the pulls. Okay. I keep forgetting we have a fucking floating ability. Damn. I've been doing this like balls out this whole time. Like old school. Oh wait, what's up here? So they make you do the Z thing a lot less, but maybe that's just because it's the first like world or level or whatever. Health? It's like a 50-50 if you'll get something. That's fucked up. You wanna know what else is fucked up? Ow! It's hugging your own asshole with your chameleon ability. And yet we try every day! I see you. Oh. Oh. No, Linda! I accidentally found a secret. Oh, you bitch, Linda. Yeah, that works. No, Linda, you bitch! A very simple clip. I respect it, though. Let me chuckle. Oh yeah, no, not every clip has to be like. No, that's right. Those are great for the BRBs. We just had that little 10-second thing where you're like, yeah. And that's the great part too. If you make clips, I do like they do get featured on stream. You do get to see them, and I post them on TikTok and YouTube and shit. YouTube like loves the clips. They tend to get upwards of 1,000 views on the shorts. I don't post every single one, but you know. It's hard to know though. But I think I'm getting better at TikTok. It was my hashtag game. Also, that flower, like, that's gotta be from something. Somebody's gotta sue someone. I don't know who's gotta sue who, but someone's getting sued. Like, let me on that Kirby platform. Oh yeah, that freestyle and evolution skateboarding. Where the squeeze like a camel's hog. Some of those are... Like, I don't even remember saying half the shit I say. And Rager Pager always points that out, which is like, how, you're always so like amazed by what you say sometimes. It's like I'm focused on the game, so my brain just like says shit. But I've been doing this for so long that what the fuck was that? That was some fucking quitting mid-job shit right there. Yeah, I was like, I'm out of here. If you write I'm out of here, it should play the sound alert. The legally distinct Sonic music. Was this the one we did? Can't remember now. No, that's a different one. Good old pick a path. Can't go with you. Can't go. Oh, is he taking us backwards? Brosif. For like you, it's the ADHD, the stream of consciousness, you're tapping into the creative astral planes. True. But it seems like not all ADHD types are good at doing this. Like this kind of style of existing. There's like the different subsets of ADHD, right? And it also seems to be different if you're like a guy or a girl. Where there tends to be different like reactions and just like the way things happen. That's not even getting into like autistic ADHD and all the other different. Wow, okay. I thought I was gonna keep going forward. I'm like, okay, that's evil, but it did not. Okay, it has to be this one then. Do, 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 do. What is this trolly ass shit? Oh, thank you, sir. Du, du, du. Which one goes there then? Oh, it's this one. Ah, yeah. Chameleon. All right, jumper. 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 Yeah, there's a game called Frogun or Frogun or Frogun. There's two of them. Yeah, the cameras. Oh, wait, can I switch it on this one? I found out way too late in Chameleon Twist 1 you can switch the camera style. Doesn't seem like you can switch it on this one. You can start with the 360 though. Linda loves humping the wood. Come on, dude. That's the best you got. PhD graduate from GameStop, and that's all you got. Have you got used to your new body? A little personal there. Best way to do is to do your best. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, you're not a real coin, you're a bitch coin. I can't cash you in at the ATM of fucking money, but at the ATM of little bitches. And luckily, I'm ready to make a deposit. Alright, grab the star thing. Was that Shuri? The fuck? Shuri? What the fuck is that transition? Alright, I missed what you said. Your diagnosed combined type, being more connected with the inattentive type. Mine is always going. Chronic daydreamer, talking. Managers hate all that because I had questions. That's a testicle playing the maracas. Wearing a mushroom hat. This is as phallic as you can possibly get. Without drawing a literal penis. Yeah, you can't just say it's your neurology. They you just gotta, you know, just stop. Definitely don't tell them you like Pokemon cards. Especially not 20 years ago. Oh, the nut shots. Okay, but no, I feel that though, yeah. I think that's why I gravitated towards like marijuana so much. Because it kind of allowed me to like get outside my head a little bit sometimes. Or like think about it from the other perspective or the other side and stuff. Instead of just like locking into my tunnel vision of thought. I like how the boss is just enemy spam. They look like Mario Party mushrooms. I don't know how to describe it. Not miss! Suck it! Every shot is a nut shot with a giant muscle testicle. Mutant testicle. It's kind of true, though. Okay, so the coins did count for something. 30-minute long level, though. What the? Or like 20 minutes, because it was like 10 minutes when we started. Okay, it's the same kind of thing, but it's only like 5 stages. 6 stages. I think I remember Carnival Lane. I think this was the stage that impressed me a lot. Like, graphically. Dash Rumble Pack here. Oh, fuck off. There's 20 coins, okay. You miss his calming effects, but the part you don't. There's like the whole, you can just do CBD aspect, and... But I totally understand why, like, weed and all that's not for everyone. Like, just how everyone's brain is different and all that. Totally get it. This is Carnival Land, a fun world with an amusement park and a circus. Your earnings might look yummy, but watch out, they're dangerous. Also, you need to use a vertical rotation here. It's a good idea to practice a training game. Oh, fuck off. They like nerfed the bunny to being a useless piece of shit. YOLO! Yeah, I think I was just impressed by the backgrounds and shit. The game does look good though. I mean, we're playing through an upscaler and all that. That makes it more just look like how it would on a CRT without like using a stupid filter. I fucking hate those filters. Not the popcorn! Movie theater popcorn has to probably be like top 10 like best foods. Like best like junky foods. Also, you're not wrong. You Can Replay is coming out October or whatever the fuck. They announced like the release date. I was a backer of the original game, and it said my name would still be in the credits. But like they sent me an email about it. But Platonic does what Nintendo doesn't. The ADHD, like just your personality as a human being. Like if you're just like more introverted or whatever. Oh, aw. I love how like it's actually good now. Also, these physics are kind of impressive. I'm not wrong about 100%, so I'm just gonna keep going. Ah. The single heart. But the music is so Sonic. Yeah, that's funny. Before I even read what you said, Bowie, I was just like, wow, this is such a Sonic song. You were saying it earlier too, but like this song is like Poser was like, taking notes. Sonic Adventure would have like just came out as well. In Japan at least. Are the games good? The first one's okay. If you like N64 collectathons, it's actually pretty good for like the genre. Or for like modern game standards, you're not gonna be like as impressed, you know what I mean? But the remake they're doing of the first game is what's coming out soon, called Replay. And that looks like just an improvement in pretty much every way. But the second game, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, is a 2D Donkey Kong Country clone. Made by a lot of the same people who made Donkey Kong Country games, like from the SNES. And it's like one of my favorite games ever. We're gonna be playing it during the summer of DK. I say it every year, but this year we are doing it. It has a clever gimmick where it's kind of like Breath of the Wild, where you can beat the game at any time. But it gets easier the more levels you beat. But it's like kind of like Tropical Freeze. But honestly, I think a little bit more creative in some ways, because it has like this concept of like morphing the levels, and there's some really cool ones that they do. The controls are much better than Tropical Freeze as well, because they're essentially just the SNES physics from Donkey Kong Country. You can even give yourself the hair twirl and all that. Yeah, no, honestly, they usually go on sale for pretty cheap. There's only 2 games like out right now, but the third game that's a remake of the first game. That and the second game, both worth checking out. Although the first game's still worth checking out too if you get it for like $5. Because like I said, it's very much an N64 game, which is like its downfall, if that makes sense. You know, it's like this kind of shit where it's just very like, you know, there's not really much beyond what you see. But it's a very expansive game though. Like the worlds are almost too big. It's kind of a weird issue to have. Yeah, the second one is for sure worth it. The Impossible Lair. Especially if you like 2D platformer games. Like, it's one of the best. Like, I play a lot of platformer games. That one's like It has a lot of like music, even music by David Wise and Grant Kirkhope and stuff. But like the new artists they have, who like can like do the Rareware music style, but they're not like the famous dudes. They're really good. They kind of have their own thing they do, but like here, I'll play you one of the songs just for a second. Yeah, this one. I think it's this one. You'd be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's David Wise, right? Or whatever. No. Surprisingly not. Boom, 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 boom. Let me double check that it's not him. Yeah, no, it's not. I didn't think so. Yeah, no, this is Matt Griffin. Yeah, cause the games are done mostly by like new people, or like these people that I don't recognize from, you know, Rareware days or whatever. And yeah, this one's Matt Griffin. But like they've gotten new people who are really good at like understanding the style. You know what I mean? It's Vatted Unwaz. It's his cheapest union-free counterpart. But honestly, the music, the graphics, the gameplay, the overworld map's really cool. It's kind of like DKC3 where you can like explore and do things. Look a bit Zelda-y.
Okay.
Just like a really well-made game with a lot of love. I said the first game was, I feel like there's like the training wheels a little bit. They're trying to like, you know, how do we make a game after not making a game for like 20 years? Because Microsoft and Rare and everyone just couldn't get their shit together. Microsoft kept turning down pretty much every game pitch they had. And then Rare just like didn't really know what to do with Banjo after Tui. They've said multiple different times. But they felt like they did everything they could do with Tui. I still feel like that's a little bit of a bullshit answer. But I still feel like Nuts and Bolts, like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, its only issue is like it just didn't have the Banjo-Kazooie moveset. You could have kept that entire game, changed nothing about the game, except just give Banjo-Kazooie like the OG moveset. Or like, or the Tui moveset, that'd be even better, honestly. But even just the Banjo-Kazooie moveset. And that game would have been sick as fuck. Because then you would have had the option to do like, you know, you could go in and talent trot, fucking beak bomb shit and do all this stuff. And then you could use your car thing. Maybe you could make like a turret car thing that shoots stuff while you're in there. And like it would expand the gameplay so much. And complement it. And that's what I think Tears of the Kingdom does well. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't remove your ability to play a fucking Zelda game. It adds more shit to do on top of the Zelda game. That's pretty much all optional. Well, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was like, no, this is the gameplay now. Go fuck yourself. And the game had to be a dick about it too. At every step of the way. Literally making a god of games come in and go, no, this shit is for fucking babies. Go fuck yourself. Like I guess that's the theme of nerds hating on nerds. But yeah, it's legally distinct Donkey Kong Country. And as someone who's played a lot of Donkey Kong Country likes and indie games and platformers and stuff, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, it's good. And that's great. It's fantastic. It'll probably be one of the next games we play, to be honest. We have Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. We have Ape Escape. Goemon. The Goemon's Great Adventure. And then obviously all our incentives. They were tired. It's not even the first two games. Don't forget, there was DK64 that they sort of helped on as well. Because they had to come in like mid-development because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with DK64. So they essentially just turned it into a Banjo-Kazooie game. Like, literally. They were just like, we don't know what to do with this game. What do we do? Like, well, we're printing money with Banjo, so... But they wanted to make it distinctive, so they did the collectible aspect. That's why there's like a bajillion things to collect. So we're trying to make it different from Banjo. Which at the time was sick as fuck and was actually like a selling point. But is now seen as like a negative thing. Mostly because of the Kong switching. If the Kong switching wasn't so like tedious, I think the game would have aged a lot better. That tends to be the first thing people want patched or hacked or... You know, if they don't know about the rando or anything. That's always the number one complaint is, yo, can there be like a D-pad switching for the Kongs or something? I think it should have been like an upgrade you get. Like you get enough like battle crowns or some shit. And you have the ability to do D-pad switching from the... It's like a fairy move or something. Can't believe Deltarune stole this. They didn't even have Banjo-Kazooie moves? No. Because they even joke about... Not only do they joke about it, they, like, brag about how Kazooie's just, like... Oh, you just hold a wrench now, Kazooie. Ha, Lamau. Platforming games are for babies. Cars are the future, bro. And then, during the loading screens, it even says shit like... If you want to play a Banjo-Kazooie game, go play Banjo-Kazooie on, like, Xbox Live. Like, they even, like... And it goes out of its way at every point to be like... Like, it's Banjo! We swear! What am I doing here? Like I said, the intro of the game is, unironically, the game making Banjo-Kazooie fat. And then, I have actually a video on YouTube of me, like, going into detail about how Banjo-Kazooie broke my heart. Nuts and bolts. I sold my 360 and everything at the time. Not even joking. The game doesn't even have credits. When you beat the game doesn't even have fucking credits. That still blows my fucking mind. What am I doing here? Do I consider myself a nerd, geek, both, or in between, or neither? I don't know. What the fuck? I know some people get all technical about it, where like one of them means you're smart, or one of them means you're a math thing, or a book smart, or a whatever smart. But listen, I never was like nerdy enough for the nerds, and I was never like casual enough for the casuals. So I kind of just existed in this weird in-between. I guess I could just follow it. I see. I didn't have to wait for the... I thought I had to ride the train. In between, I got... Yeah, no, it's like... I don't really think about it that much. It really only mattered more in, like, high school or whatever, when, like... You get judged for, like, existing. It's the idea here we get chased by the train. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Carrot. Carrot? I saw someone with a Kakarot license plate. Has it been confirmed why they made that game? Which? You got Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Final Fantasy, RPGs, yeah. Fast as fuck, boy, like Setzer? No, fast as fuck, comma, boy. Commas in this bitch. Oh, nuts and bolts. Yeah, I know all the details of why they made that game. It was actually 100% Rare's idea. And I already kind of said the reason earlier. But the big reason is that they felt like they had already done everything with Banjo-Kazooie they could. And they tried pitching a bunch of different ideas. So the first game that they were trying to make was Banjo X, which was a remake of Banjo-Kazooie, but essentially Gruntilda's like some like multiverses fucking head of its time Gruntilda, where she like already knows the plot. And so she essentially like like you're racing against her, and you're going through all the classic Banjo-Kazooie levels, but like the AI is like you have to race it, and you're both collecting jiggies, and you essentially have to like outpace Squintilda. And if you didn't beat her, like you lose the game or whatever. But they found it was too complicated to program this AI and all this shit. So they scrapped that idea. Then they were just gonna do like a Conker's Live and Reloaded Banjo-Kazooie remake. I think this was either before or after, but they were gonna basically do it the same idea of like it's the same game, but you know, with they kind of know it's a remake kind of thing. But they ended up not doing that. Then they kind of had their whole like we don't know what to do with Banjo because we've like done every idea in Tooie and all this shit. And so they essentially were like, okay, like what's the thing in platforming games that everyone hates? And they were like, all right, everyone hates like traversing like long distances. So what if we make it like all about cars? Because if it's all about cars, like that's like it's like the fun part, right? Like we get to like traverse and do all this. Like, people love using like the van and Tooie and all this shit. So to them, they thought they were making like a logically smart decision, where they thought that like focusing on the car, like that's kind of like the fun part of the game, like a car that you can use and transform and do all this shit with. It's sort of like the transformations and like the movement stuff all in one. But I'm not sure why they had to strip out the whole Banjo-Kazooie aspect of the game, like the moveset and all that. But like for me, the most fun part of that game is when you're in the town and you can like climb shit and run around and stuff. But yeah, and then they also were worried that by being on Xbox, they had to make their game more appealing to Xbox demographic. And I felt that cars were a way to do that because of Forza and like, you know, the more like I feel like that was still their downfall. I feel like they had to change their games. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't have changed anything. They should have just like kept doing what they were doing. And that's why we kept getting weird ass games like Grab by the Ghoulies and shit. 'Cause I kept feeling like they had to like not do what they did for whatever reason. And so that's pretty much it. They at the time they had no idea that people were gonna fucking hate it. They thought they were like solving like the answer, you know what I mean? Like the problem. And so I think they were actually a little sad, like how much people hated the game, to be perfectly honest. They kind of fucked them up a bit. Because of them, they were making like their best game ever. You know what I mean? Like, they thought they had like reinvented the wheel. They thought they like perfected like 3D platforming and like the concept of like collectathons and shit. Meanwhile, everyone was like, what the fuck is this? I think also it was the timing. It kind of got Federation forced a bit, where like, had it come out after a proper Banjo 3, and Nuts and Bolts was sort of like, you know, like a spin-off fun idea thing that like, you know, was sort of like a you know, a side game thing they were working on. I think that would have been cool, but they were building it as the Banjo like 3. This is the sequel you waited like 10 years for or whatever the fuck. I thought I could eat those. So there's a bit of both. Yeah, so from your understanding, nerd is supposed to mean like someone who's academically inclined, like someone who's knowledgeable about a specific type, like pulp culture. But nowadays, people think conflating nerdness with fantasy, sci-fi, video game, pulp culture, and that's a wrong term. Should be geek, but no one needs to call themselves geeks. I think that's just the nerdiest shit I've ever heard. Just you having to break that down like that. So there should have been a Conquer game, which wouldn't have been lucrative. But they already made a Conquer game, which was Live and Reloaded, like years before. I think they were doing it because of how popular Live and Reloaded was. But like I said, if all they had to do was just include the actual Banjo moveset. It would have made the game more diverse, gameplay-wise. And it would have, I would have been actually happy. So I could have just ignored the car thing and just done everything like old school. Or like use the car thing for specific things. Like flying and stuff was still fun. They would have had to put some flight pads around, like, oh no. Like the thing you program once, then you just copy and paste like 30 times. Well, there was Conker's Pocket Tales on Game Boy Color, which is the first game in the series. And there's technically 2 versions of that game. If you play it on an original Game Boy, it's slightly different than if you play it on Game Boy Color. It's like 2 ROMs in one. It's one of the only games to really do that. with like slightly different level designs and progression and stuff. It's pretty cool actually. We played both of them for Summer of DK. Then there's Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is the sequel, and originally was supposed to be Conker's Conker 64, which was supposed to be like a cutesy game, and as everyone knows, got remade into a hardcore game or a mature game. Then Conker Live and Reloaded was the Xbox remake of the first game, where it's like there's moments where they know it's a sequel and they kind of change stuff. The controls are both better and worse, because you kind of have like an over-the-shoulder shooting thing now and all that. Like more like a newer game, like a Resident Evil or something. Like even with your baseball bat, like it's behind the back now and stuff. But the war it's basically stripped out all the multiplayer, and there's only the war part of the game, and they made that like a whole new campaign and like a whole robust online thing and everything. But you can't do like any of that anymore because it's all locked behind Xbox Live that you can't do. But I think there was new content there and everything, like a new story and everything. But not with Conker, just like with the Nazis and the squirrels. Then there's Young Conker, which I guess Diddy Kong Racing also should count, I guess. But yeah, Young Conker was for like those stupid like glasses they had. And we don't talk about Young Conker. That was like a couple years ago now. What is this, like, Rainbow Road shit? Rate your old job. Manager normally like sports cars and Imagine Dragon. Likes a meathead. My manager one day was talking about a new product where I'm about to release. They're like, learned about this upcoming release of our product. And I looked at him. Such sort of disgust and disbelief. I mean, they're just using the phrase. Can't get on his case about that. We don't talk about Young Conker. We don't talk about him. Hey, did you bring 2 carrots with you? Yes. Yeah, I'll show you a way to a special room. No, you got the carrots. Okay, let's go. I need my eyes. The hell, what is this, your drug room? Why is this one eye, like, huge? Man's got Klungo. This game's already much longer and more expansive than the first game. Although apparently you can still beat it in 2 hours, which I think is cap. I keep forgetting I can literally float. The mind is really spreading them wide. Yeah! There's a game where you test your vertical rotation skills, your 9 bars. The more rotation you do in succession, the higher your score. Only got 1 minute to make sure you land before time will take. Get extra points for landing. You know, if you stole the White Rabbit's magic carpet, you wouldn't have to use your tongue. I'll take it. This is dumb. Great Portlandia skit. That's a nerd PSA. Yeah, you can link it. Do it. Do it now. I keep forgetting about our fucking Banjo-Kazooie ass float move.
I mean, I've been like modeling and stuff, but I mean, it's totally not my thing. Like, I just think I'm a nerd, you know? I've been into video games and comic books and stuff. I don't know, I'm such a total nerd.
Hi there, I'm Brian. I'm an actual nerd. I wear these glasses to see. I watch Star Trek, TNG, I play Skyrim. I'm shy. I'm not wearing a nerd costume for Halloween. This is how I actually dress.
No!
And when I take these glasses off, I'm not suddenly revealed to be sexy or cool. I'm still a nerd. In fact, I get sick with fear talking to people. I'm not skinny enough to fit into hip jeans. The only reason I'm not very pale and actually have a tan is because I went eventing a couple weeks back and got to dress up and run around in a field.
In a field?
It sucks. I mean, damn it. Why, a sexy girl.
Why won't somebody help him, Chad? Please, somebody help him!
Who went and saw second week screening of The Avengers is not a nerd. A real nerd is ashamed to be called a nerd. So please, get real. If you're not a nerd, don't call yourself one.
The more you nerd.
Dang it, usually I'm really good at ranting.
Oh.
I recently tried to find how many
I didn't click you. I like how Boo is already triggered by the nerd girl. I'm such a nerd. That's the thing too with like the, the woman out there who were like truly nerdy. You had like the fake nerd women being like out, like I think that's why I had like issues with like trust issues with it. So it's like, how do I know you're not just like pretending to like Guitar Hero because it makes you look hot or whatever? Like some fake nerd woman streamer on Twitch? Damn. Booey's got some vendettas. I feel like on Twitch it's really easy to kind of tell, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And you don't even have to do like some like super nerd, ultra nerd, like, are you even old enough to play this game? Can you name every fucking Triforce piece? Everyone knows the Triforce of power and wisdom and courage. Like, you don't have to do that kind of shit. Do you even know the Chameleon's name? No, I know. Like I said, you didn't say anything, like, inherently wrong. But I feel like on Twitch, you can kind of, like, tell. Virgos can be hot, though. They're like the hottest. Oh no, someone's like totally into the same shit I'm into. Oh no. The boss looks delicious, but you can't eat him. Lots of things will come flying through the air, so be careful. You told a Mega Wyvern one time I met a girl online in person a couple of times. She claimed to like Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy, MMOs. It's all a lie. Yeah. And that's why I feel bad, 'cause it's like, there's clearly both sides of us. Like, there's the guys who like all this shit, which is like a dime a dozen really at this point. But there's the woman who like this shit too, who are too afraid to say it. Because there's the other woman who are pretending to do that shit and make, what we're talking about, where like people don't know. And then there's all these factors. People like questioning them at every turn and shit. But it's actually shocking the amount of guys. And it could be girls too if you date, whatever way you date. Where like they thought the person they were dating was like legit into the things they were into. Just to find out they were like, nah, basically just pretending because I liked you. And not in like I think there's like, you pretending sounds like bad. Like you do it even though it's not your favorite thing. But you're still liking it because you're with the person kind of thing. Versus like, no, I hated everything and everyone and I hated my life and fuck everything. Bro, how is the burger evil? It's gonna kill us with cholesterol. Sodium attack. Yo, not the lettuce. Yo, can we talk about the song? Yeah, exactly, right? Your GameStop manager is truly a nerd girl. So you can really just tell. Without even asking a single question or anything. Or doing some weird fucking confrontational shit. I had a manager at Starbucks who, like, told me all about Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, yeah, she's a nerd. I think she ended up working at GameStop after. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. The absolute worst, honestly, be more okay with him cheating than catfishing, but loving Doctor Who. I mean, it really is just another version of lying anyway. That's probably why it feels so dishonest anyway. Just lying with extra steps. It's one thing if they're like, no, I hate this shit. But I've never, like, dated someone... Actually, that's not totally true. But I've never dated, like, many people who, like, were actually into, like, video games or, like, nerdy culture stuff. And usually it was like, fine, you can do it, I guess. But I get to watch my shitty soap opera shows or whatever. Then as I got older, I was like, how is my thing any less... what? If anything, my thing's more like brain power shit, whatever. They can look like a normie, but still be a nerd. Well, yeah, some do it for the aesthetic, right? Like, oh, I look like a nerdy librarian kind of thing. Those penguins, though. Brr! It's cold in here. There must be some bunny on a carpet in this atmosphere. Down here simply so much your step. It's easy if you stay out too long. The game's getting harder. Wow. When to practice advanced techniques, play the training game. No, fuck off, dude. All about finding why people like the things they do? Wow, I'd rather be with a man who's also into the same thing as me than a man who's into gay culture stuff. That's interesting, dude. Honestly, it's like that for me with Toronto culture. Like, I don't give a fuck about, like, sports. And so, like, if you go on, like, so many dating profile things, it's like girls doing the, like, that thing we're talking about nerdy stuff, but with sports, being like, oh my god, like, I love going to the game and getting a beer. And, like, not only do I hate doing that in general, or I shouldn't say hate, I do like doing it with friends, or, you know, just doing it once in a blue moon. That's kind of fun. But, like, I'm not gonna do it, like, every week kind of thing, you know what I mean? But, you know, 'cause it's kind of cool going to the stadium and seeing, you know, it's just kind of a cool, like, the aesthetic and the shit. But there's so much of that where it's like, ironically, you trying to fish about liking sports or whatever turned me off your profile because I don't like that shit at all. And for all I know, maybe they were like a super nerdy person, but they were pretending to like sports because they thought they'd get more guys or whatever. They just pushed me out of bounds, this piece of shit. But yeah, that's kind of been where I've been at lately, where it's like, it'd be really nice to, like, you know, be with someone who's like into the same shit I'm into. Obviously, to some extent. I know it won't be 100% because nothing's 100%. But someone who'd actually, like, would play a video game with me or some shit. Which I did experience, actually, with one of the last people I dated. And it still was, like, made me be like, what the hell? You're not joking? Like a long-term thing, you know what I mean? That's a thing. Although you also hear, like I said, you also hear the opposite stories where it's like the guy being like, you know, I built my wife a gaming PC and she never plays it, and I buy her all these Steam games and she just like has zero interest in gaming, and they're trying to like desperately force it. Like, I don't want to be in that kind of scenario. You know what I mean? Where it just seems like I'm just like it. I don't care about any kind of sports except WWE and wrestling in general. Yeah. Exactly. And like I said, the person can still like sports or whatever, but when it's like their entire personality or whatever, their entire profile's that, it's like, oh, okay. Linda, you bitch! What the fuck? Ain't that when girls talk about sports? I mean, girls can talk about sports. They can like sports all they want. There are girls who are indeed into sports, but I usually notice the girls who are like into sports to be a little more masculine looking and maybe lesbianish. I feel like you just generalized and just stereotyped super fucking hard there, Bowie. I feel like that might have been the most like sexist shit you've ever said. Like, unironically, what the fuck? You know, like, the cheerleaders are a thing, right? And even that's me being, like, misogynistic saying that. But, like, it doesn't have to be, like... What? I know you're just, like, half joking, but it's still just like, what? Yeah, exactly. Taylor Swift likes sports. Although there's like that whole secret theory that she's like secretly a lesbian or some shit. Even though she's come out multiple times being like, what? Not coming out like lesbian, but coming out like confused. You just keep getting so many combos. Yeah, I don't think looks have anything to do with liking sports or not. I think it's just... Honestly, I think a sport... For most people, sports is like a nostalgic thing. They grew up like watching it with their parents. Or watching it, you know, with family or whatever. With grandfather or grandmother. So for them, it's like this like association thing. Like a comfort, nostalgic thing. I think for a lot of people. In the same way where like a nerd watches DBZ and they're like, oh shit. What am I doing with this? Oh, I like use their balls against them. Classic ball. Fuck! Let's hear review this tomorrow night. By the way, I'm only watching the John Cena and Logan Paul. Want to give me a health game? A single health ball? In this economy? With these seahorses? Bitch! Bitch! My name is Linda. I am a showgirl. Like Jojo Siwa pretending to be pansexual or lesbian, trying to pander to the LGBT. But if you want to say that, she tried to say the guy, I'm up to the whole I'm gay bullshit. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good example of like, yeah, like using the culture to like attract people or a certain thing, and then just being like, I didn't actually like video games. Got really into fantasy football for a few years. Pretty fun. A lot of ritual involved, but some serious nerdery at work. Oh no, sports games are just RPGs. They're just action RPGs. Like unironically, you even have like different classes and builds and everything. I used to joke about that with a friend. I wonder what happens if I die. Like how far back we go. I'm scared to find out, to be honest. So the first game had like rooms. Oh, what the fuck game? Oh, she's bi. That's true too. She could be bad. I still think she's trying to be. Well, I've heard that's the biggest issue with like bi people and LGBTQ communities is like it's that thing I was just talking about where like, you know, it's not gay enough. What happens? Did we do the entire level? Oh, okay, nah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Like, the health doesn't mean like shit. You have to rebrand herself as a dark and edgy. So do you think Nelly Furtado was really a promiscuous girl? Or was she pretending? Promiscuous girl. You up. Do that I want. She was hard pretending. I'm like a bird, only fly away. Now I'm getting totally naked. Didn't she like just perform the other day or something? I remember reading about it. I don't even know why or how. I guess for this exact moment where I can talk about it on Twitch. For this exact moment right now. Cool. How do you know if I'm like a bird to promiscuous? Is this hockey? Oh god! It is hockey! My arch— oh no, that's fuck sports! No! Why did it have to be sports? So I like how the game's advertising its own game on the wall. Am I like soft locked? Game? Oh, get me in! Yeah, it really just seemed like a financial move. But it reminds me of that, where it's like, Chameleon's like, what am I gonna do with all these Aaliyah songs now that she's dead? Now they've tried, was like, hello. Game, you didn't buy the game and emulate it, so that's why they're advertising the game on the sides of the hockey rink. But we're not emulating the game. We're playing it on real hardware. What do you mean? My two-tone N64, by the way. Black, gray. Love this thing. I got it from Japan. If you want cheap controllers, buy them from Japan. And used Japanese controllers are like flawless. Huh? I'm literally playing this on the N64. Like, right there. But it doesn't even make sense because I am playing it on the real hardware. If I was being all tongue-in-cheek about playing on RetroArch or something, I'd be like, yeah, haha. But we're literally playing on real N64. You bitch. But 10:46, shut up. Yo, Garrett! Yo! I am doing very well. We're gonna switch to a Bonanza soon. Although I could try and beat this game all today, but I might split it into two. Oh, I can do that? Oh, that's so much easier. 63 1/3, it's like Clay Fighters. There's something called the Summer Cart 64, which is like an open source N64 flash cart that just came out not too long ago. And apparently you can do up to 64 disk drive without the hardware. On real hardware. Which is kind of sick. So I have an EverDrive X7, but we can't do 64 DD on it. And you can do everything the X7 can, but for like a quarter of the price. Also, did it just warp me to the next section? Nice. For a long time since I've played this game. This game is really good. I thought the first one was pretty good. This one's way better. And the first one was like good too, but like this one's like good. It's way longer too. Holy shit. Not like in a bad way. Just in like a damn, there's like way more, like the levels are just longer. You're way faster. Your moveset's way better. Like everything's just more responsive. I just like how it's like it just feels good to play. They still kept the R button thing. But you can't change the camera angle anymore, which makes me sad. Are we at the boss? Ski lift? It is Yoshi's Island. I keep forgetting we have our... That's a picture of Yoshi. That is Yoshi. That is literally Yoshi. Is that... Am I tripping? Also, I like how they always have to remind you about your floating ability, because I always forget I have it too. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, a much better moveset. It's somehow even more creative with these fish saws. This feels like what a lot of indie games do, if that makes sense. Like, I've played a lot of indie platformers, like 3D platformers. Mostly for, like, inspiration for my own, you know what I mean? Which, for those that are curious, I had to essentially cancel the one I was working on for, like, years there. Because, it's just gonna take too long. I'm not good enough. So I'm working on a smaller project. But I haven't started yet, but I've been planning it for a bit now, and it's gonna be good. You're in the cold, how long am I gonna be the boss now? Brr. The rabbit is useless in this one. Yoshi ain't got nothing on this tongue. I wonder if they tried to pitch this as like a 3D Yoshi game, like Argonauts did with Croc. The fuck? Okay, that's a sick boss. How does he go to the bathroom? Probably just sprays and prays. I see. Right in the cloaca. I like how there's a unique boss theme, though, for every boss. That's cool. That's pretty rare to see. Even in modern games, that's rare to see. Unless you're Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, then you have a new song for every second of the game. I guess my only beef with the bosses is that they just tend to turn into enemy spam. I get why they do it, because it makes it harder as well. But like, it'd be nice if like they changed it up a little bit, you know? But I think this is already better. I think these fights are better than the first game, I think. They were kind of forgettable in the first game, except for the final fight with that like barrel shotgun chair sex toy thing. Get out of here, Phil! Oh! George? Iceland! Cleared. My Iceland now. Alright, so we still have the Great Edo Land. Great Edo Land. Great Edo Land. It's probably like another hour or so of the game. Each level takes about 20 to 30 minutes, right? I'm surprised at how long this one is. The first game was about the same length, a little bit shorter, but I'm impressed. I'm assuming the game just auto-saves. It hasn't given me any option to save. I'm trying to see, like... Oh, wow. Good thing I pressed start there. Damn. Damn, there was just a hidden save menu when you press start. Minigame. Oh, it's the ones we unlock. Oh. I don't like how he's just running at me constantly, man. That's freaking me out. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Great Edo, Linda! Great Edo! I want to, like, turn him around or twist him or... Nah, you can't do it. Yeah, Chameleon Twist 2. We will finish this tomorrow. We'll two-part this, bitch. But I'm having fun. This game's kind of sick. It's faster, it's edgier, it's got more expansive level design. I kind of missed some of the 3D aspects of the first game. We had a little bit of that early N64, like, go where you want 3D a little bit. Not too much. It was still, like, small rooms, but I do miss the over-the-shoulder camera kind of, you know, like you could make it more, like, it felt more 3D. This one feels more like fixed camera, like, linear. Like you're doing the, like, Bowser in the Sky levels in Mario 64 the whole time. Which isn't like a bad thing. But I definitely feel like the hallway railroad a bit more in this one. But overall, it's like it's a much like better playing game. For sure. Oh, what happens here? We look at an intro? Oh no, we saw the intro. The attract screen where they don't play any music. And you just sit here in silence. Like contemplating your thoughts. Wondering, hoping, praying. When your question on why I said seemingly sexist comment, I'm a gay man, I have many facets to myself. You're allowed to do whatever you want. I'm just pointing out what I'm pointing out. Alright. Give me a second. I'll be right back. We have Donkey Kong Bonanza after this.